Hey, welcome back to Monster Baits, you degenerates.
Yes, welcome to the 7th episode of the second season of Monster Mates. Spencer, please choose a number between 1 and 131.
I'm gonna go for 72.
70. Okay, good. We're getting this one. All right, so I have added a couple of special entries
Oh.
into this
Oh,
list.
no.
Spencer, you sent me a little thing on Snapchat like a couple days ago, being like, "Hey, wouldn't it be interesting if we did after all the Monster Girls on the Monster Girl
no.
Wikipedia?" We did Monster Hunter Girls. Well, guess what? I was 10 steps ahead of you.
Oh my god. Shit. Oh, fuck.
And so, hold on.
Oh my god. Yeah. I
Hold
was telling
on.
him after we finished all the Monster Girls that we could do Monster Hunter, like, Monster Girls. And, oh no.
I've already done as such, and you, my good sir, have chosen the Brachydios girl.
Oh my god. Tsundere as
Hold
fuck.
So
Wait, is there a
image
Wikipedia for, like, specifically is it Monster Hunter Girls, or are we just
No.
going off of the monster fight?
I am uploading you a picture at the moment. That's gonna take a while.
Uh-huh.
But all of these are the pictures that I will be showing you, and to the lovely artist that eventually draws these, are from
Oh my God.
one Monhun artist. I believe that's their actual username, Monhun, on Pixiv. Hello, it is Trevor, post-recording. The artist's name is actually Muhut, M-U-H-U-T. They are on Pixiv and DeviantArt. Please check them out. They do fantastic work. They do fantastic renditions of making all the...
Alright, so you're uploading it right now. We'll have to...
Yep, it's processed.
There
There
it
you
is.
go. That's the Brachydios girl.
Oh my god. I love it.
As do I.
All right.
So yeah. So without getting into it, what are we putting
So
our
we're going
ranking?
off of this specifically. So
we are
this-
going
all right.
off of the picture and our experiences in the fights to kind of figure this out.
All right. We've talked about fuck fighting before.
Yes, with the ogres.
Yes, I feel like this is kind of very similar. She likes being punched.
Yes.
Because she has no hands, she has only clubs and fists.
But without going into it, what would your ranking be?
Okay. I'll give this, like, a 6.
Okay.
I can't, yeah, I'll give it, like, a 6. I can't see this war going too terrible bad, but I'll give it a 6.
I think I'll give this a solid 7.
I can't believe you already put them in without me. Oh my god, it's perfect. All right, so okay, so I like the color scheme. The Brachydios' color scheme, it has always been really cool to me. I like the green and the purple. Like, it has the best
Yes.
armor sets.
Very Wooly-esque.
Yes, very woolly-esque. I always like that color scheme. With a little bit of pink in it too. I like it. Personality-wise, I think the Brachydios is definitely, like, angry, like, cause obviously you have some monsters who are more chill or some monsters who are whatever, but Brachydios is always just punching shit
Yeah,
and
very
licking constantly.
very violent and hostile.
And, like, anyone who's played it as well, like, anything she licks explodes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you don't want a blowjob from her.
Unless you want other kinds of explosions, not the good kind, unfortunately.
This is a nightmare. She gives you a blowjob. You're exploding other than your nut. It's not okay.
Look,
Yeah? Tell me how
Yeah,
you want to
never mind.
experience this. Tell me how
I
you
don't
want
want
this.
to.
Are
I
you
don't want
sure?
to. I am 100%
You
sure.
were down to drink your last one. You were down to drink the Shogoth.
That's like 7 or 6 episodes ago. That was
can I
not
drink
last
this one's
time.
goo? Can I drink her goo?
Not unless you want, to vomit it up afterwards.
I feel like getting a droplet out of this, and like I feel like having like the Brachydios is good for spices for cooking.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like you get a droplet, and then it just literally the entire piece just explodes and it's cooked.
Kind of my fear is whenever people talk about xenomorphs, like wanting to bang a xenomorph girl.
Oh no!
I fear that it is like an acidic effect.
It is
to
because
well, yeah.
Because we've seen what it does is melt through metal floor, and you're not made of metal, and so that'll clearly melt through you.
Yeah, and so I'm always just worried of like, oh, when is that gonna happen to me?
Absolutely.
Oh goodness.
Like that is absolutely gonna happen.
Oh goodness.
So the Brachydios' design has always been really cool. Like, is she big? Is she like a tall girl? I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm gonna say yes, because the Brachydios is considered a large monster, so I will take that as a yes. She is a taller girl, probably roughly 7 foot, 7'3".
I'm trying to look at this in a way that makes me go, okay, I can deal with this. But every time I look at it, I'm just like, she's cute. I like looking at her, and I think the artist did a fantastic job at her, and because I like it, but like, when you actually think about hey, you want to go sleep with that, and her just screaming in anger, thumping the ground with explosive fists, makes me go, I don't know if I want to do this.
Okay, so to me, I'm kind of thinking again, very similar to the ogres. You have to beat them to or even with the werewolves actually as well. You need to beat them to really get in there, or get in there while fighting. But this is like, how do I phrase this properly? This is your death sentence.
So
basically,
so here's the thing. Every other episode before this has had like a description of the monster girl, and what they like and what their personality. We're just on the Brachydios for Monster Hunter that we're going off of is just straight up a big purple and green dragon dinosaur thing.
I'm also looking at Brachydios combat info on my other monitor to see if there's any relevant info there.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We're going off of... So we're kind of making up her personality as we're going about this. So if you, in the comments, or want to think something else of her personality other than what we say here now, please let us know. I'm really curious on how anyone else takes this, because here's the thing, right? I'm taking the fact that whenever she licks something, it explodes. Now, let's say that's not the case. Personally, I have a mouth fetish. I like mouth
fixation.
I have a mouth
fixation.
I do have a mouth fixation. I like tongue. I like all of it. I like cheeks. I like it all.
Freud would like to know your location.
Later. So basically, the fact that if without the explosions, that she would just like licking everything and just have like this dripping mouth constantly, I'm a big fan.
Like, her mouth is basically super lubed up with some spicy spice. Also, I would like to add one thing. Technically, in universe, there is a way to make sure that your dick doesn't get acidicated or exploded. It's called putting blast resistance on your shaft.
Oh my god. Okay, so okay, so that I forgot about that. So I'm gonna just get a barrel, fill it with blast resist, jump in, jump out, here we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I feel like she's strong. Like, I feel like she's going...
Oh, she's super tough.
She's so tough. She is muscly. She is going to...
Do you see those hips, my man?
Bro, like...
Oh, and those legs, my guy.
Oh my... Yeah, I'm a hip man. Yeah.
Fair.
Like, I feel like I keep jumping back and forth because as much as I like to say I'm an ass man, I'm really not.
You've described this before
I've
as
described
well.
this. I don't know if I've done this on the podcast though.
You have on
Okay.
Cowgirl episode.
All right. On the Cowgirl episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's recent. I keep jumping back and forth between Hip Man and like a Boob Man, and I feel like I'm a Boob Man, but then I look at hips and I'm like, oh baby,
She's
them
got
childbirthing hips.
She's got a good set of both.
I know, and I like it. It's great, and I like the tail too. I like all of it, honestly.
Yeah. Obviously, you couldn't you couldn't get a hand job from her. That'd be very impossible.
Oh my God, no!
Unless you're just straight into CBT.
Oh God, oh no!
Oh, please no.
If you like cock and ball torture, here you go. Here's your thing. Here's the Brachydios that.
Literal nut smashers.
If you don't look it up and what she looks like and the picture and you're like, well, I don't got the hands. I don't know if they're in the picture or not. We don't know. But what we can tell you is basically she doesn't have hands. She has basically giant fists, that giant clubs for fists that have like green tips at the end. That when she punches the ground, they explode. Now here's the thing: as long as she doesn't lick her hands at all, they don't explode. So you can literally, hey, I'm gonna fuck fight. I'm going to fight this girl, and we're both gonna come out with bruises and marks and shit. But
there is an 80% chance you will break at least 3 bones.
Are they important bones?
Probably not.
Okay, then it's worth it. As long as it's not your boner, then we're fine.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be deep inside her during the entire time.
Yeah, and during the entire time, if she like punches like your ribs and like cracks a rib, he's like, I can live.
Yeah, she may dislocate your shoulder a couple of times.
I mean, you can pop that back. I mean, it'd be painful, but you can pop it back and still have a banger of a time.
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Yes.
The concept of Monster Hunter brothels.
Okay, so
yes.
You cannot do a brothel with these kinds of things.
Yeah, you really.
This is way too feral for any kind of brothel.
And I really don't want to go into capturing using the equivalent of chloroform.
That's an interesting issue in and of itself.
In Monster Hunter, those who have never played the game, you can use traps to like trap them using nets, pit traps, as well as sleeping bombs that you can capture them in the quest early. Specifically with the Brachydios, you could do that. You can capture them, but I don't think you want to do that because I'm not a fan of the chloroform aspect. So I think the biggest thing for me is I want to go into this without the explosions.
Yeah, which...
Like, I'm okay with a little bit of punching action, a little bit of fighting, but I'm not okay with exploding.
Yeah, exploding would be bad. I ain't ready to lose any limbs here, alright?
Yeah.
I need those.
Like, the biggest aspect for this is she wants to use her tongue a hell of a lot because it's constant dripping.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say this is that her mouth will probably be better than her vagina. I'm gonna say that right here and now.
I think you're right. Like, you said that, and I'm like, in my head, I didn't even argue it. I just kind of went, yeah. No, I think you're right, because I feel, because here's the thing, right? Her pussy's gonna feel great. No, it's gonna feel good. But the thing is that she's a feral monster, and so her mouth is gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is if she starts biting
everywhere. Yeah, that's gonna be, and that's why the fighting is there, so that you can, I guess, dominate her in that way.
Yes, absolutely.
Fight to not
and then
have
you
your
just
nuts
fire an
chomped
SOS
off.
flare in the air, and then you call your friends
And get the gangbang
and
going.
get the gangbang going.
A literal, like, a monster bukkake, one might say.
I don't know if we should add Monster Hunter now.
No, too late. Already in the list. I'm not going back to remove it.
Okay.
Literally, I put every monster from Monster Hunter World in here.
Every single one.
Yeah, even from the Iceborne DLC.
Okay, from World.
Yeah, from World.
Okay.
I didn't do the entire Monster Hunter iconography. No.
I was going to say, I'm like, hold on.
The artist has not done that. Has not done past monsters that I'm aware of.
Okay. So I like, again, I'm a fan of this. It's cute. I think I've said it before. I like fight fucking. I think fight fucking is really fun. And I think just the overall going for it. But here's the other thing about it we didn't talk about. We can use tools on her as well, and it'll be fine.
What, like the electric traps? You want to get a cat? You want to cattle prod this thing?
Hell yeah!
Oh goodness!
I want to use all sorts of manner on her.
You're gonna mind break her if you use a cattle prod.
Good. Good. That's what I want.
Fair.
It's what I want. I want to use the electric trap straight to the nips. That's what I want.
Get the Russian car battery.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
It's the mind break this monster. That's what I want, Trevor.
Listen, I'm into that too. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm going into this thing like firsthand, like not knowing what to expect from a Brachydios girl, I'm gonna bring that pit trap for once. I'm gonna bondage her up, just get some shibari in there.
And here's the thing: I feel like when we're talking about Monster Hunter girls, and we're talking about like capturing and like holding them down, because that is the thing in Monster Hunter. We're not talking about rape. We're talking about, because they are in this context monster girls. We're talking in the sense of it is consensual in this way of that's how you hunt the monster girls in this world.
Yes, we're in basically for the Monster Hunter girls specifically. Consent includes fighting as well.
Yes.
Consent primarily includes fighting.
So if you're fighting them, it is consent as well.
Yes.
And so I like to preface that because I feel like if we keep going into like
there's gonna be some misconstrued.
There's gonna be misconstrued things. So I'm a big fan of this. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, especially with the possibilities and items that you can do with Monster Hunter. Like especially oh my god, in like injections too.
Oh goodness, demon drugs and
you can demon
armor
drug
skins.
yourself. Just keep going.
We'll have to talk later on a different Monster Hunter Girl episode about what that exactly would affect in a sexual sense for demon drugs and armor skin.
Uh-huh.
But that is for another time.
But I'm a big fan of this because like Monster Conquered when she's mind broken.
Oh goodness.
Your quest is complete and you get the after award. Oh god, we are not talking about carving the monsters. We
are not going to be talking about that.
Carving. No carving on Monster Girls.
We're not talking about snuff until we get to the zombie or skeleton episodes.
Listen, I'm not like I wasn't even going for snuff. I'm just talking about in general like Brachydios girl.
Oh,
like
Gordo.
Yeah,
we're not talking Gordo.
The most I will say is capture and bring them back, only to do the arena for round 2.
Oh goodness!
You're bringing them back for round 2, and then you release them.
You're doing an exhibition match.
Absolutely.
Very heavy on the parts.
And we're videotaping that shit.
Absolutely. The ultimate form of exhibitionism. Oh goodness.
Absolutely. Like you know the hentai and the dojins where like the guy is holding their mouth open with their fingers.
Oh yes.
I love that. I absolutely adore that.
Fair.
So that's what I would want to do with this girl the entire time.
Oh, goodness.
So I think we could give our final rating on this. I'm actually gonna give this a 7. I gave it a
Okay.
6, but like talking about the mouth, and I'm a big mouth guy, and I'm also a big fan of rough play. I like it, so I'm gonna give this a 7.
I think I'm going to give this an 8 after talking over it.
An 8
Because not only do I not have to worry about being exploded.
Yeah, we're kind of leaving that out of it because, like, I don't think anyone would enjoy that. I feel like you go after them and you start fucking the second you wear them down to where they can no longer lick their hands.
Yeah, like, in my mind, in these scenarios, trank bombs aren't trank bombs. The, quote, trank bombs are just, they're satisfied at that point.
Pleasure
they are
bombs.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
But
sealed the deal. Boom.
as well as, although I don't have as much as a oral fixation, although there is one particular artist that I follow that's very great at oral
Who is it?
fixation. Snowy Feline. Huge shout out to Snowy Feline on Twitter.
I don't know who that is, but I'll look
She
him up.
she is amazing.
I'll look it up. Who knows? Maybe we can get her to commission, unless it's
I
not
don't-
the budget.
I don't think she commissions at the moment, unfortunately. I know. But as well as again, I've mentioned in the ogre thing, I am gaining power. I will conquer this Brachydios girl.
I will
As well-
conquer her.
And the oral fixation, or not the blowjobs, I feel like would be top tier. So, which is something I usually don't get in IRL. So, yeah.
so for future episodes when we talk about this again, we will specifically be talking as if we were hunting to have sex with these girls as in the Monster Hunter fashion, using nets, just any tools that are in Monster Hunter, nets, electricity, smoke bombs, powder bombs, flash bombs.
We're not talking about dung pods.
Okay, Trevor, I didn't say that for a reason.
But there's gonna be people who will ask.
And we will
so
not be talking about that
we are
because that
not-
is disgusting.
We're not talking about dung pods.
That's disgusting.
Ever.
Ever. Anyway, thank you for listening to Monster Mates.
Would you have sex with a Brachydios girl?
Tell us in the comments down below, and thank you so much for listening. Your time is the most valuable thing. And don't forget to check out the artists that we will commission for this.
Yes.
I will be sure to tell them mouth open.
If you enjoyed, be sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe and follow us on Twitter for any updates on the show. And until then, stay tuned for the next episode.
Bye.